Okay, so this is a video going to discuss about random access memory. So before start random access memory, we have to know how it classified how it came from computer memory. So computer memory is classified into two parts. One is primary memory, another one is secondary memory. So another primary memory is again there are two parts: random access memory and read-only memory, non-volatile. And random access memory is SRAM and DRAM, and ROM is non-volatile. It's PROM and WEPROM. And secondary memory, hard disk, SSD, compact disk, flop disk, magnetic tape, like that. So in that, already we discussed about primary memory and cache memory and other things. Then now we are going to discuss about the random access memory. So random access memory, it's a volatile. What is volatile? So volatile means even the data is stored in the chip when the power is switched off and all the data will lost. That is volatile. That means vanished, data vanished. Non-volatile means non-vanished. So even there is no power, the data will be placed in long-term basis. So that is non-volatile. And so here we are going to see random access memory. It's a volatile. So RAM means constitute that internal memory of the CPU for storing the data. So random access memory, it's a storing the data and program result. And it is read and write memory. It is also called a random access memory. RAM random access memory. Types of RAM. Types of RAM means DRAM and SRAM. So dynamic random access memory and static random access memory. So here dynamic random access memory and static random access memory. Okay. So static RAM is used to cache memory. Also, it is very fast and small in space, and it is faster than dynamic random access memory. So static RAM, it is more expensive, and it has even that one cell. The combination of cell is a memory block. So that one cell it contains six transistors. So that's why it is very expensive and it is faster. So SRAM is available in megabytes only because its cost is more. So this static RAM uses a cache memory. We already discussed about cache memory and DRAM, uh, dynamic random access memory. So the oldest type of this DRAM is they called as a SDR, single data rate SDR. But newer computer use faster that nowadays we are using dual data rate, that is DDR. So DDR comes in several versions including DDR2, DDR3 and DDR4. It is not possible to mix DDR2 with DDR3. So DRAM in a computer. So in your computer we can mix with the DDR2, DDR3 or whatever the updated version is come, you can't use. Once if you use any kind of version, for example, if you are used DDR3, then you have to use only DDR3, not DDR2 or DDR4, like that. So it's updated version of DDR. So dynamic random access memory, we just now discussed about the memory cell, that the integrated of a memory cell, that is we can say is a memory block. So the memory cell, this dynamic random access memory, the cell contain only one transistor. The previous static RAM, the cell contains six transistors. So this one is having only one transistor. So each and every cell they're having only one transistor. So automatically is less. The speed of the memory data storage is very less and also cheaper. And characteristics of static RAM. So SRAM. So is it not required to refresh because every time we no need to refresh that memory and faster than DRAM and it's expensive because of the cell contained six transistor, high power consumption, longer life, a large size and uses a cache memory. And characteristics of DRAM. So it's queued continuously refreshed to retain the data and it's slower than static RAM. Also, it can hold a large amount of data and combination of capacitor and transistor in memory cells. It's also less expensive compared to static RAM and less power consumption because here you are using the every cell having only one transistor. So if the transistor count is less, automatically power consumption also less. So there's a difference between SRAM and DRAM. So just now we discussed. So it's a static and this is a dynamic random access memory. The access time is slow, the access time is high, and it uses flip-flop to store the each bit of the information. It is used a capacitor. So static RAM uses flip-flop to store the each bit of information, and DRAM uses a capacitor to store each bit of information. So that's the main difference, and it does not require periodic refreshing. That is, we already know we already discussed in characteristics of SRAM, and here the periodically we have to refresh information, and it is used in cache memory. It is used in main memory. The cost of SRAM is more expensive compared to DRAM, and the structure is little bit complex because we are using six transistors in every cell of SRAM and requires is low power consumption. It requires more power consumption. Okay. 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 Thank you. Yeah. So here that another slide also there. So we have to see about advantage of RAM and the disadvantage of RAM. So advantage it is faster type of memory in a computer. It required less power to operate. Program load much faster. It increase the performance of a system and can multitask. So actually, it is fast. So random access memory, its advantage is fast, and program loading is faster. Operating as a less power, and process can read information faster than hard disk and the floppy USB, whatever it may be. And drawback, it uses that reduce the speed of performance of computer when use less RAM. So you have to use more RAM, then only the computer performance will be increased. Due to volatile, so if the electricity lost, the data will be lost. It is expensive. So it required then read-only memory, unreliable compared to ROM. The size of RAM is limited. Okay, thank you.